Hello, my friend. Crystal Dacuna here from The Inside View. I hope this message finds you absolutely fantastic. Hey, I wanted to take a couple moments to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in so long, and so I wanted to just share a couple of the things we've been working on behind the scenes to make sure that we're able to help you in 2022 and beyond. Hey, we've been talking to leaders across the globe, and it's clear that there's a few things that are common struggles with whether you're a small business, whether you're a large business. These are common struggles that we're seeing literally across the globe. So we've designed a few things in addition to our certification training programs that you're all probably aware of that are all approved by the Government of Canada. So there's funding opportunities for our certification programs. But on top of that, we've created some great other resources for you to continue this learning journey in some of the things that we're finding that organizations are struggling with the most. So number one, we're finding, when it comes to keeping your employees engaged and motivated and loyal, we know that that's a big challenge, right? Talking about how to keep that culture connection. We also know that inspiring and motivating your leadership team. Hey, your leaders are overworked. They're frustrated. There's lack of clarity and confidence. And we're seeing this no matter how great and successful the organization is running, the leaders and even the frontline team as well. There's some challenges there. And so we got to be able to align those, and we've got some tools for you that will help. We're also seeing, just the challenge when it comes to strategic thinking. Can we do a 3 to 5 year plan? Can we not? What are we supposed to do now that we're integrating digital technologies into a lot of the things that we're doing? And so we've created some solutions for you there too. All right, let me share with you what our solutions are. So number one, we've launched our Fascination Workshop. Now, we've been doing Fascination Workshops for years. And so what Fascination is, for those of you who don't know, it's a phenomenal tool that allows you to see that at your best self, at your absolute best self, how are you able to inspire and motivate and gain buy-in from others? And so we deliver a 16-page report, and in that report, it tells you about your archetype and about how you are able to fascinate. But what I love most about the Fascination program is that you're able to have a finger on the pulse. So for example, I am the ringleader. That is my fascination advantage. And when I'm able to inspire and motivate and gain buy-in from teams or individuals, I feel my best self. Like I feel it when I'm the ringleader. And what that means is when I'm motivated, when I'm spirited, and when I'm compelling, I feel my best, and I'm going to be able to make those interactions stronger and more powerful. Now, as soon as I start slipping away from that, as soon as I start feeling frustrated or anxious or angry, right? I'm not motivated anymore. I'm not spirited, and I'm not compelling. And so you're able to kind of identify those emotions internally and pull yourself back to where you're going to be able to inspire and influence and motivate others. So, fantastic workshop. I'll put all the details in a link. I could talk about it it's a 3-hour workshop, so I know how to talk about it, and I certainly know how to be able to deliver value for you. But if you want to build some confidence in your team, whether it's your entire team or whether it's your leadership team, this is a great tool to use at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year as well. But we find that it's most popular this time of year. Okay, next thing I want to share with you is our webinar series. We've created a diversity, equity, and inclusion webinar series for the entire year. We just finished our first one for the year, and it was fantastic. Our participants stayed long after the session was done just to continue the conversation. And so we designed this because we wanted it to support our certification program. So as you know, we've got the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion certification, and that's a fantastic program. We spend 16 hours over the course of a couple days giving you the basics on diversity, equity, and inclusion. But we felt that we just couldn't deliver enough. Like, we wanted to continue to talk about more specific areas. And so this is what we designed to keep that learning journey alive and to keep the topic top of mind. What we don't want to do is check a box to say, hey, we've done our diversity inclusion policy. We have we've watched a 30-minute video and we're certified. We don't want to do that, my friends. We know that we want to be able to create long-term sustainable change, and we want to be able to see our businesses grow by earning more market share and really inspiring people to work and play with us that are diverse and that bring new and innovative ideas to the table. So this webinar series dives every month. So it's the third Wednesday of every month. For 90 minutes, we dive into one particular topic. So for instance, last month, we dove into the five action items that you can use to really start actioning diversity inclusion right away within the next 60 days. Next month, we're diving into Black history and how, where we are, where we were, what it is now, and kind of what the future looks like. But I'm also going to share some really cool tools with you that you can use right away. And for the rest of the year, for the further 10 months, we're diving into neurodiversity, gender equality, cultural sensitivity. We're also diving into LGBTQ+. And just spending 90 minutes on each one of these topics, my friends, allows you and your team to keep it top of mind. Because this topic is not going away, but also the learning we can gain from this is going to be able to impact us long term. So that's enough for that one. Details will be in this email somewhere. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you guys, I wrote my notes here somewhere. Here it is. Next thing is strategic planning. So we've been doing strategic planning for a number of years with organizations, but we know now that strategic planning doesn't look like it always did. And if you're doing what you've always done, my friends, we're going to get the results we've always gotten. So we've taken strategic planning and flipped it upside on its head, and we've made it better. And so what it is instead of doing, 3 to 5 year goals, which we know are so challenging in a time like a global pandemic, where we can't plan 5 years in advance. We can barely plan 5 days in advance. And so we've designed these strategic plans to be able to give you 5 or, however many big, hairy, audacious goals we hone in on. And we get them done in 12 to 16 months with a program that we call the 12-week year. So it's highly actionable, it's highly accountable, you're able to achieve goals in a timely manner. But the best part of our strategic planning process, and I would say our uniqueness, is really because we dive into the customer and the employee journey. So whoever your customer might be, perhaps your customer is a donor or a patient or, of course, your employees. You might be a hotelier and it might be hotel guests. You might run a team and it might be children that are playing on that team. Your customer can look like really anybody. And so when we start to dive into that customer journey and the employee journey, you're able to identify the emotional experience that people are having when they're doing business with you. And we know that they're doing business with us different now than they ever have before. Now they're using technology to do business with you. They're talking to you on the phone more. They're using Zoom. I mean, business looks completely different than it did 2 years ago. Right? So when we're able to journey map that experience, you're able to identify these moments of truth along that journey and get clear on, hey, is this a moment of truth that is creating some real frustration, or is this a moment of truth that's creating just magic and delight? And those are the ones we want to repeat, right? Okay, so through the strategic planning process, we get clear on that. And when we're getting clear on that, we're able to really hone in on it. And then I stay with you through the course of 12 to 18 months. I'm all about accountability and results. And so we measure that success as we go through. Okay. What else do I want to share with you? Let me keep looking at my notes here. I want to talk a little bit about our leadership training program. We had so much success with our leadership training program last year. So we were actually recognized as the best leadership training program across the globe. It's so hard for me to even say because I'm just amazed. Actually, the Stevie Award, we won our gold Stevie Award, our shiny gold award. It's real gold, my friends. And so this award was presented to us for the best leadership training program for customer experience mastery. And why I'm so proud of it, there's so many reasons. I've worked so hard to be able to design a program that really wows people. But and sees results, because I want to be able to make sure that we're creating change. But what I'm so proud of as well is that, we were up against huge organizations, the IBMs, the Coca-Colas, the large organizations, the Pepsis, and, the Inside View won. And so we won because of a few key things. At least I feel we did. Number one is we've taken a leadership training program that, typically if you've ever done leadership training, it's really focused on here's the tools you need to be a good leader, but not necessarily showing you how to action those tools and what they look like in the practical sense every single day when you're with your team. What do those tools look like in action? And so when we designed this program, it was really important to me to be able to incorporate, as a leader, how are you impacting the customer experience? What is being done now? What needs to get done? And what's your role as a leader in that customer experience? What's your role in a leader in designing an employee experience? And then also, what's your role as a leader in designing a diverse and inclusive culture? Not only your role, but then what are the tactical things you need to do? So at the end of 8 weeks, you leave with a plan on what you're going to do, how you're going to do it with your entire leadership team within your organization. And then after you've got the plan, I help you execute it as you're going through it. And I hold you accountable, me and my team, to make sure that you're getting those results. So that's what I'm most proud of. So our next cohort, we've got a winter cohort coming up, and we have a spring cohort coming up. And again, all approved by the Canadian Job Grant. So if you are Canadian, my friends, then please go ahead and let's talk about that. Last but not least, we are excited because in 2022, we've already got a number of keynotes and keynote addresses, as well as interactive workshops and conferences and podcast book. And so, you know what, we're really thankful that we're able to book keynotes across the globe, which is kind of cool, which I couldn't have done before, but now with the beauty of virtual, I'm able to. And so my friends, if you are looking for a keynote speaker, an interactive component in one of your upcoming conferences, or if you're looking for a guest speaker on a podcast or whatever it might be that you're looking for that will help your audience. I want to be able to help audiences up-level their customer experience, up-level their employee experience, and up-level their diversity, equity, inclusion in 2022. That is my mission. We've done it over the last several years now. We're going into our 7th year. Could you imagine? June will be going into our 7th year in business. It's pretty amazing. But I really want to continue this forward. And so, you know, we've made some really great changes within our organization, but then for others, and we're seeing some phenomenal results. And so if that's something that will inspire your team, or if you know anybody looking, then please connect with us. And I'll put all the links in here somewhere. Okay, I think I've talked your ear off because I haven't talked to you for a while. I missed you. So I hope this message finds you well. I've also put aside 2 days. So I put aside February 1st and February 3rd to chat with you. So go ahead and book a discovery call, my friends, and let's see what's a good fit for you right now or maybe later. But let's plan to make sure that we're taking action in 2022, not only for, you know, you as an individual, but for your leadership team and for your frontline team. We want to give them the skills they need to feel empowered and confident and resilient through the challenges that we're going through. We want to set them up for success, right? Okay, that's it. I will talk to you later. Have a great day and keep in touch.